Hey YouTube, this is TheHoffN'Snoff coming at you with a new Nintendo 3DS XL review. This is going to be a review on both the Majora's Mask Edition and just the system itself. There's no difference between the Majora's Mask Edition and a regular new Nintendo 3DS XL, it's just the edition itself. So I'm also going to compare it to a Nintendo 3DS XL, and I'm going to tell you all the differences about it. So this is the box that mine came in. It's a new Nintendo 3DS XL, like I said, and it's the Majora's Mask Edition. This box is kind of disappointing, not because of the way it looks, but it didn't come with an AC charger. So all it came with was the system itself and a booklet to explain how to use it, and that's it. So that was a little bit upsetting. A quick price comparison between the new Nintendo 3DS XL and just a regular one is the new one is going to cost you about $199, and the old one is going to cost you $179. So it's not too big of a difference, it's about $20. And I'll tell you all the differences exactly between all of them in just a second. But if you're going to get this edition, it's going to cost you about $260. And that's a lot of extra money just so it looks gold and you have something that you like. But I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan, and this is why I asked for this. I actually got this as a gift. I was super excited about it. And also, this is an extremely hard edition to get, I hear. I hear that they only made a set number and they're not releasing anymore. So you're either going to have to pay a lot of money for a brand new one, like I did with this one, or you're just going to have to pay for one that's already used. So that's enough about the box. There's no difference on it besides just what it is itself. But okay, on to the actual system. This is what it looks like out of the box. Okay. And this is what the 3DS XL looks like, just the normal one. And comparison, both of them are going to play 2D and 3D, but the new Nintendo 3DS XL has this special thing called Super Stable 3D, and basically it tracks your face while you're playing. So instead of just having to look straight into the device, you can actually move your head around or move the device itself around, and you'll still be able to see the 3D effects. They both play Nintendo DS games, and obviously they both play Nintendo 3DS games. They both have local and online multiplayer. Download games and applications, you can do that on both of these. Plays 3D videos, both of them do. Records 3D videos and 3D stop motion animation. Data storage for games and photos and music are both the same. They both come included with a 4GB micro SD card. However, the one inside this one is a micro SD HC card instead of just a normal micro SD card. Or actually, my bad. This one's micro and this one's normal. So this actually just has a normal cartridge. It has it on the side here. Yeah, right here. And that just holds a normal SD card, while this one holds the micro SD card. Another difference is, or no differences first, they both take photos with built-in cameras, so they have both built-in cameras, and they both take 2D and 3D photos, so there's no differences there. This one, however, the new Nintendo 3DS XL has a built-in NFC reader, and this one does not. They both have AR capabilities, which is a gaming software that is included on both of them. They both have Street Pass, and they both have Spot Pass. Parental controls are both supported in both systems, and they both have AR games, which I already stated, Face Riders, Mii Maker, Street Pass, Mii Plaza, Activity Log, Nintendo eShop, Nintendo 3DS browser, Nintendo 3DS camera, and Nintendo 3DS sound. So they all have those, or they both have all of those. Screen size, a lot of people say screen size is a little bit bigger on the Nintendo 3DS. It is not. It's the same exact size. The upper screen for both of them is going to be 4.88 inches, and the lower screen is going to be 4.18 inches. And this is both measured by diagonally. Graphics display, there's no difference in pixels. It's 800 times 240 pixels, or 400 pixels per eye when the 3D visual is, the 3D feature is on. 3D enabled widescreen LCD, however, is exclusive to the new Nintendo 3DS XL, while this one has a widescreen LCD display showing 16.7 million colors. And then this one has around like 17 million or something like that. So it's a little bit different in color, otherwise the pixel resolution and the 3D visual effects are going to be exactly the same on both systems. They both have sleep mode, and that's activated by closing them. Power saving mode, and that's basically what sleep mode is. And speakers on both of them are stereo. Dimensions. Now this is the one thing that's actually a little bit different. I just found this out, that the new Nintendo 3DS XL is actually a little bit bigger with the system itself. The screens are still the same, but the system itself is actually a little bit bigger. The dimensions of the new Nintendo 3DS XL is 93.5 millimeters high, while this one is only 93 millimeters high. So there's really a 0.5 millimeter difference in the height. And then when it comes to the width, this one's going to be 156 millimeters, while this one's, 156 millimeters, while this one's 160 millimeters. So that's a 4 millimeter difference lengthwise, and only a 0.5 millimeter difference in your height. And this is while they're closed, not while they're open. The weight, however, is actually the same or approximate. It's approximately 12 ounces, so just under a pound. And that's going to be all the differences between these two systems, all the major ones. Now, as far as like when you want to know the differences between what's on the actual system, they did change a little bit on the new one. So they changed, first of all, let's just start with the outside. So the outside, the cartridge for the game is going to be on the bottom instead of the top. Okay, and same thing, the AC charger is moved from the left side over here to the center on this one. They did add 2 new buttons, so the 2 new buttons on the new Nintendo 3DS XL is going to be ZR and ZL, and that is just going to enable you to do a couple of extra things, like with your Amiibo settings and other games that actually support those buttons. The stylus did move. The stylus is on the bottom right side of the 3DS XL, while they moved it on the actual bottom of the system here. So the actual stylus is right here now. And the aux port was moved to the center, while this one was actually on the bottom left. So that's just like the little tiny things. And they did move the power button on the outside of the system for the new Nintendo 3DS XL, while the old one actually had it inside. Now for buttons inside, actually, they did change a couple. Okay. So they added a C-stick on the new Nintendo 3DS XL, which is right here. And that just enables you to control camera angle in some games. For example, Super Smash Bros., you can do smash attacks with that. SDI, just stuff like that in certain games. And it actually gives you the full experience of like a normal GameCube controller or a controller for actual system, because it has every single controller for the Nintendo. The circle pads and the D-pads are in the same spot, and they're the same dimensions. And the buttons are the same. However, the one on the custom, this is only for the custom Majora's Mask Edition, they actually changed the colors, if you can see that, on the buttons. And I mean, that's not really a big difference, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of like an extra thing that most people don't have. So that's pretty cool if you get the special edition. They moved the start and select button from the bottom here to the right side on the new Nintendo 3DS XL. And like I said, the power button was moved. They actually disappeared one button, or got rid of one button, which is this switch here to turn on your Wi-Fi. And for the new Nintendo 3DS XL, it's always on, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it might drain your battery maybe a little bit faster, but this has a bigger battery anyway, so you're not really losing anything there. So the Wi-Fi is always on, and all 3 lights are right here. And that light was also, so that this light right here was moved down here on this one. And then the light up here to indicate when your friends get online or when you're losing power, it's the same thing. So it's right there. Other than that, everything is exactly the same. The home button stayed in the center, and I'll turn both systems on, and I'll do a comparison on how fast they turn on. Probably about the same. Okay, so they both turn on at the same time, which is good, so no differences there. The menus are pretty much exactly the same. So you can customize your menu. So this menu is actually my friend's menu, so it's a little bit different, and my menu is zoomed in, but they are the same menus. So the menus aren't changed, and everything is exactly the same. So that's pretty much the biggest differences between both of them. And that's it. So Oh, and also this one's gonna have more processing power, and this one's not. This is gonna have less, and this also has more RAM capability, which is random access memory. So this one has a little bit more processing and RAM, and that's pretty much, in my opinion, the biggest thing that you're gonna get out of this one. So as far as quality, you're gonna want to go with the Nintendo 3DS XL, or the new one, the new Nintendo 3DS XL. You're gonna want to go with that one because that one's gonna be better than this one in processing and RAM, which is just gonna give you a better gameplay experience overall. So I would go with this one if you don't have one, or if you have this one and you want this one, just go ahead and trade this one in. You'll get probably like 150 points towards this one, or something at GameStop or any other game community or game shop. So that's basically all I have for you guys. I would highly recommend getting either one of these systems. They're great, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm actually going to show you one thing on the new Nintendo 3DS XL that I figured out that I thought was pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. I wanted to keep the authenticity of the special edition for the Majora's Mask. And to do that, I went ahead and bought a clear case, which actually worked really good, and I was okay with it for a while. And then I kind of missed the Circle Pad Pro that you can get for this, and there is no Circle Pad Pro for this because it comes with that C-stick. And if you guys don't know what a Circle Pad Pro is, just ask and I'll tell you in the comment section below. Basically, a Circle Pad Pro is a addition to this that went on it and you got an extra joystick. That's the short version of it. So, but the thing that I liked about it is that it actually gave a very comfortable feel to the system. It actually felt like a controller, and although it was bulky, it was still comfortable, and I didn't mind the bulkiness, and I thought that it was really cool. So I kind of missed that, and I actually saw somebody with this really cool case, and I went ahead and bought it, and I just wanted to show you guys something, like if you do have a special edition like this, or a Super Smash Bros. Edition, or something that you want to keep the authenticity and you want to see it, go ahead and get yourself one of these clear cases so you can see the top of it, because when you put this on, I'll show you real quick, when you put this on, you can still see it. Obviously it's a clear case, and it just looks nice, and this on the bottom, if you don't mind that, it looks nice, but I wanted to have that comfortable grip, and let me put the bottom part on and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I got the bottom section on, and that's what it looks like from a top view. But like I said, if you don't mind bulkiness, this is the way to go, because it's going to be extremely comfortable in your hands, and it feels like an actual game controller. And I'm a huge Super Smash Bros. Fan, so I actually play Super Smash Bros. On this a lot, and to have this as a controller all the time with this specific grip on the bottom is really, really nice. I actually would say that this might actually be a little bit more comfortable than the gamepad for the Wii U. So if you're like going to a friend's house, or even if you just have your own Wii U, grab this, like just pick this up if you have a one of these DS's, because it's so freaking comfortable. I'm telling you guys, it's so comfortable. It feels like an actual controller, and this is actually what I play with most of the time if I'm on a Wii U, because it's just so much more comfortable. And I just wanted to show you guys that. I thought that was pretty cool, and that's what it looks like when you actually have it. And if you want to know what the top looks like, it kind of looks dumb in my opinion. When you have it on, like I said, I don't mind bulkiness, but when you have it on, I mean, it's really bulky, and you can't, I mean, that's basically your case like that. You can't really put it into any other case, and that is actually another thing that I wanted to say. I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan, as you guys can see, and I picked this up, and it actually isn't that big, and it fits this perfect with the actual pad on it. So I thought that was really cool, and I got to keep my Legend of Zelda thing that I can see it, and yeah, and that's just an extra thing that I wanted to tell you guys. Like, if you have an edition that you want to keep really nice, just pick up this. But if you really like the feel of the classic controllers, then go ahead and pick up both of them. It's going to be $40, but I mean, it's worth it, and it feels really good, and it looks really good. So that's all I wanted to say for these two things. So that's that, and here's that. And I hope you guys enjoyed. TheHoffN'Snoff, out.
Just to feel again, can't find who I am.